So then guys, today I want to show you something a little bit different because I've actually been testing out Abacus AI and more specifically Chat LLM to see if I could actually build a proper Apple style app using AI. And the challenge I set myself was simple. Could I build an app idea from scratch on my phone without sitting there writing lines and lines of code myself? And the app idea that I wanted to make was a MacBook Finder tool. Basically, a simple app where someone can choose what kind of user they are, whether they are a student, creator, office worker, gamer, or someone who just wants to have the best MacBook for money. And then the app would recommend which MacBook makes the most sense for them. So instead of just saying, buy this one, the app compares, say, the MacBook Neo with the A18 Pro, the MacBook Air with the M5, the 13 and 15-inch options, and then the MacBook Pro models with, say, the M5, the M5 Pro, and the M5 Max. And the reason why I wanted to build this kind of app is because choosing a MacBook is actually getting harder now. Apple has so many chips, different screen sizes, different memory options, different storage options, and the price can just go massively out of control with just one upgrade. So I opened up Chat LLM from Abacus AI and I started with a simple prompt. I told it I wanted to build a clean Apple-style MacBook recommendation app. I wanted it to have a premium layout, simple buttons, comparison cards, and a recommendation section at the end. And this is where it got interesting because instead of just giving me a rough idea, it actually started helping me structure the app properly. It broke the app down into sections. First, a hero section at the top explaining what the app does, then a question section where the user can pick what they mainly use their MacBook for, then a budget section, then a performance section, and finally a results section where it recommends the best MacBook. And for someone like me who has ideas all the time but does not always want to spend hours working out the technical structure, this is exactly where AI starts becoming really useful. Because I was not just asking it, give me some code. I was using it almost like a product designer, a developer, and a brainstorming assistant all at once. I could say, make this feel more Apple-like. Then I could say, make the recommendation cards cleaner. Then I could say, add a section for creators who edit video. And each time it would improve the app idea. Now, the first version was not perfect, and this is important to say because obviously, the first time I use AI, it can't magically create the finished app first time every time. Sometimes the spacing needs improving, sometimes the wording needs changing, sometimes you need to explain exactly what you want again. But that is also the powerful bit because you can just keep talking to it. So for example, I could say now, make the MacBook Neo recommendations better for students and casual users. Then I could say, make the M5 MacBook Air recommendation better for people who want long battery life and portability. Then I could even say, make the M5 Max MacBook Pro recommendation aimed at people doing 4K video editing, 3D work, AI workflows, and heavy creative tasks. And suddenly the app starts to feel more like a complete product. And this is where I think Abacus AI becomes more than just another chatbot out there, because yes, you can ask questions, but you can also use it to build things, refine ideas, create layouts, generate codes, and improve structure step by step. Maybe you want to make an internal tool for your business. Maybe you want to create a calculator for your audience. Maybe you want to build a simple comparison app, a planner, a dashboard, a content tool, or even just a working prototype to test an idea. That is where tools like Chat LLM and Abacus AI can help because they let you go from I have an idea to I can actually see how this could work much faster. For my MacBook Finder app, I could keep improving the logic too. I could ask it to make the recommendations smarter based on budget. So if someone says they mainly browse the web, write documents, and watch videos, then it should not recommend an expensive M5 Max MacBook Pro. But if someone says they edit 4K video, use Final Cut Pro, work with external displays, render in Blender, and keep laptops for 5 5 or 6 years, then the app can lean more towards the MacBook Pro options. And that kind of logic is exactly what makes an app useful. It is not just about looking nice, it is about giving the right answer for the right person. Now, of course, this is not replacing proper developers for huge, complex apps. Let's be realistic here. If you are building the next massive social network or banking app, you are still going to need serious development work, testing, security, and proper review. But for prototypes, tools, simple apps, dashboards, calculators, content ideas, and early product concepts, this is genuinely impressive. And the best bit is that I was able to do a lot of this just by explaining what I wanted. So instead of having an idea stuck in my head, I could start turning it into something visual. I could test the structure, I could see the interface, I could change the recommendations, I could improve the wording, and I could keep refining it until it started to feel like a real app. And this is honestly why AI tools are becoming so exciting. It is not just about writing emails or summarizing articles anymore. It is about giving normal people the ability to build, test, and create things that would have taken much longer before. For me, as someone who talks about Apple products all the time, this kind of app could actually be useful. Imagine someone watching a MacBook video, then opening a simple tool where they answer a few questions and get a recommendation based on their use case. That could be a MacBook recommendation app, or an iPhone upgrade score app, or an iPad buying guide, or a video gear selector, or even a YouTube sponsor pricing calculator. And the crazy thing is, the hardest part is no longer starting. The hardest part is deciding exactly what you want to build. So, overall, my first impressions of building an Apple-style app with Abacus AI and Chat LLM is that it makes the whole process feel more accessible. You can start with a rough idea, explain it in normal language, ask it to generate the structure, improve the design, adjust the logic, and keep refining it until you have something that just feels usable. It is not perfect, and you still need to guide it, check the results, and know what you want, but that is the point. You are still the one steering the idea. The AI is helping you, just getting there faster. And for creators, small business owners, students, or anyone who just has app ideas but don't know how to begin with that, this could be seriously useful. Abacus AI Chat LLM is not just one tool, it is like a whole workspace of AI agents. You can create mobile apps, automate LinkedIn outreach, generate presentations, analyze stocks and crypto, process invoices, build support agents, create audio ads, and even turn business data into dashboards. Basically, it helps take an idea or workflow and turn it into something useful much faster. So check out the description below for more information about Abacus AI and Chat LLM, and let me know what you think. Would you use AI to build your own app, website, calculator, or tool? And if you could build one thing with AI today, what would it be? Let me know in the comments below. And on that note too, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And if you want the latest technology news, reviews, and comparisons, make sure you hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell. Until next time, guys, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.